Oh yeah. Oh man. There we go.
Yeah, that
Okay, I
shit
see.
went quicker than normal.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
I
saying the
was gonna say
same
I see
thing too.
everything. I'm like, damn, hold on. I thought I had another 7 seconds. Oh man. But man, good day. What's up? What's happening? How are you living, man? We hope your life has been well, or at least in a state of calm. You know what I'm saying? It's Halloween season, but you know that ain't no reason why people just not acting a fucking fool anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely. I don't even call it Halloween no more. I call it bust down season.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm
Bust down
saying?
season.
You know what I'm saying? Shout to all the slutty Scooby Doo characters and all the slutty Velmas and fucking slutty
When
Marge Simpsons and all
when
that.
did Velma become the sexy one?
Man, there is a porno that these guys did of like the Scooby Doo thing,
Okay.
and at first it was like this stout white woman with glasses, but then black women said, "Oh, I wear glasses. I like to read. I'm more like sexy Velma." And then, like, I don't know who started it. It wasn't Melissa Ford, but it's somebody of that caliber that I think started it. And then it begins with like now everybody's doing it. Like now every year, some black girl that is reasonably stout is
Yeah.
Velma.
Yeah, or they just do that. Like I've seen more Velma outside of Halloween now than I have
Yeah.
during Halloween. Don't judge me by who I follow on Twitter.
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying that I've seen more, like you said, more stout women
Mm-hmm.
that have been dressed up as cosplay Velma
Yeah.
with the shorter skirt,
Mm-hmm.
with the
And the
booty
tightest one.
cheeks, right? With the tight sweater, with the booty cheeks out, with the
Mm-hmm.
long, like with the long socks, with the make
Mm-hmm.
it clap, make it clap, make it clap, clap,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
y'all
no,
know.
absolutely. And
Yeah, I ain't got to
I'm
say too much after that
right.
part because it depends on like the reels and TikTok. Y'all know.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna blow her spot up, but there was a young lady that's trying to get fucked in Barnes and Noble, and she like that's her fantasy slash thing. She's played with herself in the library. She updates on that. I haven't subscribed to her other account that I guess you can watch this, but yeah, she was like, "Yo, take me on a date to Barnes and Nobles. You'll
Oh,
beat, you'll beat." You know what I'm saying?
wow.
So you dig? Hey, shout to Mook. You know what I'm saying? Mook dog.
Damn right. This is top tier content,
You know what I'm saying?
ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying. Hey, look, if you're on Twitter, look, Twitter is my favorite social platform because I just like words and subtle images.
Lord, words and porn. Words and
Yeah,
porn.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and porn. Yeah, words, images, and porn. And it is the best place to find the girls that want to get bust down in Barnes and Noble or libraries.
Are you worried that with Elon Musk taking over, that things may change on the platform?
Uh no, I think they're gonna go back to the inception though. So, and I'm here for that.
Yeah.
I don't like people being closet racist or anything else.
Oh,
Like,
you
oh
heard according
yeah,
to I think it was Business Insider that said that the N-word use has jumped up 500% since
yeah.
Elon Musk took over. So
Yeah, man. So, you know what I'm saying? So Mr. Musk is just restoring the feeling of the wild, wild west that was Twitter in 2009 to 2012. That's
yeah.
how I look at it. So I'm not necessarily tripping now. If we can get some of those ads out the way and we can get back to the feed being more organic and in order because now they doing the whole 3 days ago tweet thing.
They
I'm
are.
good.
Yeah, we got to get back to, let's fix that algorithm, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, but hey, excuse us for digressing here. It is time to talk about wrestling like nobody else in the world. Exhibit A, you dig? So, without further ado, let's get geared up for the first Black Champ podcast. And I am still your podcast Intercontinental Champion, Camp from the Port.
And I am JR Bang. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download wherever you get your favorite podcast. Go ahead and click that link in the bio and get your
Yeah.
merch. You see what we rocking today is all FBC Pod merch going on right now. And Make sure you follow us on the Barbershop Network, the home of First Black Champ.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Pierce's birthday was this past week.
Oh,
So
man,
shouts out to Pierce.
Shout to Henny Omega.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Or Cameron Santo on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So happy birthday to him. And happy birthday to Scott, too. Scott's birthday. Birthday was this week also. So shouts out to everybody with their birthdays. And shouts out to the week before Saudi Mania Crown Jewel. We're gonna give our predictions a little bit later. But
Scorpio season, where the freaks at?
I know that's why we kick nasty with some of the stuff we see on Twitter. And hopefully Elamon Bus don't leave.
That's what I was gonna say. You know what? The Barnes and Noble girl is also a wrestling fan. That's why I originally started following her. I'm sorry, I want to say.
Oh.
Yeah. Like some of these girls are wrestling fans also, and they're playing with their vaginas on. On
man, Twitter. That's the stuff that I'll be talking about. Because if I've said this on the show, I'll say it again. If we would have known that you were nasty and liked wrestling in high school, then you probably could have got played with while watching Raw or SmackDown. And depending on how deep of a wrestling fan you are, Impact Wrestling, ECW, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff.
Extreme.
But y'all was closet wrestling fans. But now, since it's cool to be nasty and watch wrestling, all of a sudden you want to throw that out there. You should have did that early in life, because it would have been more fun for me or Camp, and it would be less virgins out here. You know what I'm saying? It would be less wrestling virgins, because there's a whole bunch of wrestling virgins out here that don't know what the hell is going on. They just like to argue. You know what? Having nasty time during your favorite wrestling show is quite relaxing, fam. It brings the stress levels down and all of that. So you should have done that. You should have done that in 2000. 1999, 2000, instead of now wanting to make content and be on OnlyFans, playing with yourself at Barn wrestling event. Speaking of local wrestling event, you already know what we starting off with. Camp, before we even go any further, how Ucey are you feeling today?
You know what? I'm pretty Ucey, man. My Ucey is at about an 8, I would say.
Okay.
I would say.
Okay.
Even though I'm disappointed in the crowd that they didn't go for the low-hanging fruit chant, my Ucey is still at about 7 or 8. So,
my Ucey is decent. You know what I'm saying? It's better than it was these last couple of weeks. I'm feeling a little Ucey. I'm feeling about a 7. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what my Uce level was at. The reason why we asked it, because if you didn't watch SmackDown, if you didn't see it, the show started off with the Brawling Brutes. And shouts out to Sheamus, who got married.
Yeah.
So he wasn't there, but the Brawling Brutes went up against Sami Zayn and Solo Siaka, and the Brawling Brutes got the win. You know what I'm saying? After that, down, and he demanded that Sammy and Jay iron out these things that they got going on. A nice little debate happened between the two. I wouldn't say a debate. I would say that Sammy was trying to calm things down. Jay was like, fam, you ain't blood. Matter of fact, here's a couple of quotes. Roman Reigns said that he want this problem fixed now, right now. Sami Zayn has said that I don't know what I did to offend you, but I'm sorry. He tried to shake Jay's hand. Jay was like, nope. So how you think you're part of the bloodline if you ain't blood? Ain't no one in this room like you. I got the balls to say it out loud. Now, you can take that quote in many different ways. But he ain't blood. But my favorite part, and I think other than what we're going to talk about with the Ucey part, the best part of that promo, and I'll go out on a limb and say the best part of a promo in years, if you come from where you come from, was when Sami Zayn tries to calm down the situation and says, hey, man, Roman said we need to work this out. And Jimmy says, I don't give a damn what the tribal chief said. Bruh, when he said that, I want to know your instant reaction to when Jay Uso says that he don't give a damn what the tribal chief says.
Now, usually something like that you get stolen on. Just to clear the air, let's get right to it. You know what I mean? You usually get stole with something like that. And or, you know, fuck you mean? And then it's like, it's one of those two. Those are the top two answers. This was Family Feud. I just got 1 and 2. So now you got to figure out 3 through 5. So it was funny because even the timing on the Roman Reigns was when his head lifted up, like, what was that? like, yeah, you know, it's all tied into just wow. The Usos really have the most urban culture moments in wrestling.
Fam, ladies and gentlemen, it gets no blacker than what you saw right there. I don't know what white people do in that situation. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if white dude look like Roman does, or if he be like, you know, hold on, Bill, calm down. I don't know what Asians do. I don't know what Mexicans do, Puerto Ricans do. But I know when a black person is arguing with somebody else, and then and they say, hey man, buddy trying to calm it down. Say, man, I don't give a damn what dude think. That's a fight normally ensues, fam. Or a bigger argument tends to ensue when now an extra person.
Yeah.
When I heard that, the gif of the black lady, the black Aunt Your Mama character, when that's exactly how it was. I was like, oh shit, this is where we going?
Yeah.
And then how Jay straightened up.
Yeah.
It was like how Jay straightened up was like, oh shit.
Right. Okay.
Like it wasn't apparent. Right. It wasn't apparent. Like this was not a parent-son moment, ladies and gentlemen, when I saw it. This was the potential to be a violation.
Yeah, like it's the scene when OG Bobby Johnson after the potato.
Yes.
It was that.
This was Chief told you to stand down and fix it. You and Buddy arguing, and you say, "Wow, I don't give a damn what he says." Normally, that leads to a 10 to the eye, no blink. Yeah, normally, this leads to everybody on the other side, and you have to walk through that line, that Soul Train line.
Yeah, man.
Normally, you have to do something to make that up. So when I heard that, my first thought was, oh, Jay in violation. This ain't gonna work out well for Jay. That was the first thing I thought. But then when I got out of the urban life and was like, yo, this is wrestling, my second thought was, man, the Usos and Sami Zayn has this on lock too perfectly.
Yeah.
And here's what I mean by this. Because the next thing was Sami calming Roman down. And then he tells Roman that Jay ain't been feeling a bit Ucey lately. He that right there had not only the crowd laughing, but everybody in that ring broke character.
Yeah.
If you looked at Solo, he couldn't hold it. He had to chuckle. Jimmy was in the back laughing his ass off. Paul Heyman is in the back.
Yeah.
Roman could barely hold it. And the man who's not supposed to be feeling Ucey was all of a sudden feeling Ucey because he couldn't hold it. Yeah. Even when they got serious later on in the promo, he still couldn't hold it.
Yeah.
It was first towards the end of that promo where Jay was just like,
right. Breaking Paul Heyman is a stat.
Man.
Breaking Paul Heyman is a stat. Like everybody else, obviously, especially like Solo's whole character is being emotionless. so the fact that he broke, that's funny. But breaking Paul Heyman to the point that they had to zoom in. They just cut to Jay, Sammy, and Roman. I was like, oh, so they laughing like a motherfucker. Now, like, you can't hide this.
Bruh, that whole segment had me laughing. And seeing the Usos, Solo, and Paul and Roman laughing made me even laugh more. I tweeted out that, like, everybody's breaking character right now.
Yeah.
It's wild how everybody is breaking character right now. But go ahead. No, go ahead.
And it was on the St. Louis crowd. And I think Chicago, Philly, New York, and maybe like, I don't know. There's got to be one other market. Toronto, maybe even.
Yeah.
Somebody was supposed to start the Jay's not Ucey.
Oh no, they did.
They
did. Oh, they did.
I couldn't hear it. It just I just heard Ucey.
No, they had to bring it down.
Oh,
but there was a Jay not Ucey chant that went on, and I think that helped.
Yeah,
in everybody breaking. So, but I have a question for you. These segments are too damn good.
Yes,
they are too damn good. You barely see a segment involving Sami Zayn and the Usos, which does not grab you, but also now does not make you laugh.
Yeah. And
you even see Roman loosen up a bit. Like, in the promo, he said that, if he does not find his Ucey, he was going to take the honorary tag off of Sami Zayn. And Sami's look was so gleeful, and then said that you're gonna mess around and just name him Sami Uso, which they were laughing. Like, it wasn't even during that part. He was trying to stay serious, but was like, yo,
it was almost like, I can't believe this shit working, and I can't believe how funny this shit is at the same time.
So, do the Uso Sami Zayn bloodline run the risk of being too funny?
No, because nobody else is doing it.
Okay.
See that's the psychology of sports entertainment to me. It's like, there's one thing to know you're over, or your character has like comedy or comical, but when it's just working and it's not supposed to, that's when you go the hardest. Like for instance, just traveling back to Raw. Like, R-Truth is supposed to be funny, but every once in a while, for like a minute or so of his segment, it's just not funny. It's humorous. It's like, oh, I get it. But he's supposed to be getting the reaction that Sami Zayn is getting.
Okay.
So if for nothing else, you keep running with it, because y'all not supposed to be laughing. That's the thing. Like, you're not. It's not that the segments are too funny. Well, I mean, the segments themselves are too funny, but they not supposed to feel that way. But that's how you know you got something great. That's how you know this is improv in a lot of ways. Like, I really do believe that the entire Bloodline has just been given the green light to wing it. And it looks like the Larry David of professional wrestling is Sami Zayn. And it's like, hey, and it's on y'all to deal with it. I love it. Don't change anything.
The Larry David of professional wrestling. I didn't think about that until you just said it. This is Curb Your Enthusiasm, the wrestling version. You won.
That's why I'm the podcast Intercontinental Champion, damn it.
I was prepared to go the opposite way. Let me say this. And the reason why is because you got to mix that with some beat downs, and it got to be some real beat downs. Because what I don't want is the crowd to expect some hilarity from Sami Zayn and the Bloodline, each time you see them come out to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that it is for that.
Mm-hmm.
And these segments are so good, it's only but downward.
Yeah.
It keeps elevating. So even that's wrong.
Yeah, but even in that, the fact that Sami Zayn comes out there, it sounds like the HR director every time he's talking to Jay. That actually makes it funnier to me. It's like, what can we do to boost your morale here at Microsoft? And I'll be like, yo, like he really talking to him like he's just a disgruntled employee. And that, yo, hey man, we got profit sharing, bro. We're gonna take the trip. We have lunch every day. Why are you upset? You should be happy to be here at Bloodline Inc. Why aren't you happy? It's funny.
Yeah.
And
what's your
it's just the it's funny how he adds that element to this very serious group. This very serious, we're gonna beat everybody ass. We run the entire federation, and he literally just want to be down, and he's just in support of the destruction. Matter of fact, it's funny. The funniest Jedi mind trick in all of this is Sami Zayn is his actual complaint is that Jay is not helping them beat everybody up.
Yeah. Like, let's get over the fact that you don't like me.
Yeah.
Let's fight everybody.
Yeah, like we're not even whooping everybody anymore. Like, dude, let's get together. I want to beat up people.
Basically. Like, Sami Zayn is he's what Daniel LaRusso was supposed to be in a different world than Karate Kid. He's the kid that was like, yo, I'm tired of getting bullied. I'm about to go to the gang here. Yeah. And then beat up people a couple of times. It's like, I want to beat everybody up again. I want to beat everybody up again. But why are you mad, fam? Like, I'm helping you. Why are you mad at me for helping you? Now, to Jimmy's credit, see, I'm not going to lie. I see a lot of myself in Jimmy. Fam, why are you here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely act like that.
Yes, yeah. You know it. Like, you know.
You definitely act like that when you were younger too. Yeah,
that was your shit. Why are you here, fam? Like, who are you? Like, dude, what are you doing here? So when I hear Jimmy say certain things, I'll be like, damn, that was me in like 2006, 2007. Damn. But then I hear Sammy, and I'm like, oh man, he just want to be around. That's all.
I'm just kicking it. He just kicking it.
He just want to belong, fam. He just kicking it. And you gotta honor that, man. You gotta honor that. So yeah, I was prepared to go the other way. I was prepared to be like, nah, now we getting too funny here. we doing a little bit too much. We getting a little funny here. Let's calm it down. Let's beat somebody up now. You know, maybe on Crown Jewel, we get a beat down or two. Let's NWO it. Now I'm like, listen to you, call him the Larry David of wrestling right now.
Hey man,
you won. You got me.
Right. And that's what I saw. I was like, oh, we're just gonna insert just this guy here to just stick to his script and see if you can stick to yours. I love it.
I don't ever want them to break up now.
Yeah, man.
I don't ever want them to break up. We just got to question when story. I don't break them.
Yeah.
Why?
You know, man, it's the bringing KO in now doesn't make any sense because once the honorary Ucey shirt got thrown to Sami Zayn, that was over. Because now Sami Zayn's gonna be like, well, They all gotta beat your ass now. They gave me the shirt. Like you said they didn't want me around. I wasn't down. I got this from the chief. I didn't make this shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd be like, your shirt got duct tape on it. You had to make a KO shirt. Like they gave me the honorary U shirt. So like, yo, these my homies. They'll fuck you up. You need to stop. Hey, like,
you might as well come over here.
Right. Look what happened to Ricochet and Madcap. They was like, hey man, yo, you can't talk to me like that. Don't you see my shirt?
Yeah, like this is weird saying, but because Roman, and I'm just talking storyline, ladies and gentlemen, but because he know Jimmy's a high head, I mean Jay is a high head, and Jimmy's not really proactive, he's reactive. Because for Jay's hot-headedness, he's the get down, the lay down guy. Jimmy's like, man, that thing cool, fam. We'll whoop their ass when we get to it.
Yeah.
But then you got Sammy, who's down with whatever and wants to be down with whatever. He wants to be what the tribal chief is doing. Roman trusts him to watch and protect everybody. So how do you bring KO in this? Because he's not the lackey no more. Right. He's an integral part.
Yeah.
What's KO supposed to say? You're not blood? Jay already said that. Right. And he said that he wasn't the Ucey. I don't know how you bring him in unless, it comes a time where he just starts, I guess he starts messing up or something. And then all of a sudden they start saying, oh, man, I don't know if you blood or not. I don't know how you bring him in, fam, because Sammy is an integral part of the bloodline. He is you to the Davis family.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Look at that.
He's you, he's Ray, he's Roger, he's like everybody. Like, they ain't blood, but they getting down, fam, if it all comes down to it.
So the only thing, so now if they have to bring KO in, then you know what? Sami Zayn starts dominating the rivalry. That's the only thing now. It's like now instead of Kevin Owens just beating his ass for months and getting away with it, now he beating like Sami started beating his ass, and Solo Sikoa make sure he wins every match. And he's like, yeah, hey, look, we was friends, but this is my family now, and now we're beating your ass. This is for everything you did in 2015, you punk. You know what I mean?
Remember when? I mean, I don't know how you bring in this story. So I don't think, and I think I read something on the net that said that this wasn't supposed to last this long, and clearly it wasn't, because a couple of months ago we was talking about KO and Sammy versus the Usos at WrestleMania for the Tag Team Championship, at least Survivor Series, but that was also before the War Games thing. But now maybe shit changes a couple of weeks at Survivor Series War Games. And maybe it changes then, because I've already said here that if I had to predict War Games, it would be the Usos, Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn versus somebody. Maybe KO was one of those somebody. Yeah. And maybe Sami Zayn has a little bit of trepidation of beating his homie's ass for the other homies. And then that's how it starts. And it's funny, shouts out to Girl Dad Dividend Investor. That's a great YouTube name, by the way.
Absolutely. So
send us some investment tips. All right. You know what I'm saying?
I am also a girl dad.
Yeah,
so please.
I have a boys. I'm a boy dad and would like to be a boy dad dividend investor. But no, Sammy is going to pull a dime on KO. I don't have friends. I have family. That's how do you switch it? Because that's basically what's going on. How do you switch it? It will be interesting on how it might get done. But he was the first dime in a sense. Like, he is basically been trying to fit in with these dudes for months. And then they gave him merch. And I'm interested to see how them numbers are with the merch.
Yeah, and you know what? Long form storytelling. This has been Sammy's thing. He's always been trying to click up with somebody.
Man.
It was him and KO, and then fast forward, it was him and Cesaro and Shinsuke, and then it was him when he
the Great Liberator.
Yeah, the Great Liberator, and there was somebody else in the mix here. They tried to go back to KO, and when he joined the Authority, like he's always been looking like he wasn't trying to click hop. He just had to click hop because people kept beating his ass and getting rid of him.
Just wanted to be alone. He just wanted to be in the gang, fam.
Yeah.
He wanted to be somebody's gang.
You know what I'm saying? This if Higher Learning turned out positively, it would be Sami Zayn's Bloodline story. Because if you remember at Higher Learning, Remy was just trying to get down. He was like, yo, I'm just this kid from the middle of nowhere. I don't really know anybody.
I'm from Nebraska, fam. I'm just trying to be in the group.
Yeah, he was like, yo, I'm just kicking it. I'm like, I just want to be cool. And it just so happens the fucking Aryan Nation was like, yo, hey, bro, what's good?
Like, we got a group for you.
Yeah. He was like, hey, look, hey, that's why y'all need to be accepting of everybody that's just trying to be nice to y'all. I'm not saying being foolish, but hey, some people just gonna go where the love at. And if the love just happened to come at the expense of hating some other people, they ain't gonna understand what's wrong because it's like, well, you don't like me either. Hey, I'm just saying.
Hey, man, you won today. Let me just say this: you from the Larry David of wrestling to basically him being Remy, like, yeah, you won. You on your shit today. Man.
Hey, man.
There's nothing to combat here for him. There's nothing to combat. He really went from group to group and found a home with Samoans.
Yeah. Yeah. And he ain't from America.
He's blood in, blood out, fam.
Yeah.
He's the white dude from blood in, blood out.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Fam,
About those locals forever, goddamn it.
Like, basically, Roman is he more gang than you, fam.
Hey.
White. So basically, white America, if you want to learn something from somebody, learn from Sami Zayn, fam. Just learn from him. He ain't out now. The way his face lit up when he said, hey, man, he might become Sammy Uso. Now, that shit was hilarious. I don't know if Alpha and Sika is going to be like, and maybe that's the straw that breaks the rocks back here. Like, all right, fam.
Like, yo.
Hold on.
Right.
What are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, fam, you got a white wife. That's in real life, though. That's in real life, though. Where Paul Heyman used to manage the Samoan SWAT team.
Yeah, man.
You right, though. Fuck it. You right. You know, there you go. Y'all got it.
And just to call back to the First Black Champ podcast, the moment that I was saying that was going to have to happen or could have went either way did happen in that segment before Roman came out. Because when Jimmy turned Jay around and they looked, and I was like, oh, but he ain't going to do nothing. I was like, oh, yo, he think he might have to call The Rock. But then Roman's music hit.
I'm calling Cuz, fam. Y'all tripping.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, right. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all tripping. I'm calling Cuz. All right, man, let's go ahead and move on to another Bang Be Knowing moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Bang Be Knowing moment. It happens.
Here we go.
But a couple of weeks ago, I started this whole thing about Bo Dallas when they said he was coming back.
No, hold up. Wait, nope. I'm not letting you do that. I'm not letting you do that.
Go ahead.
You got to time out. You're not giving yourself enough credit.
Okay.
I need you to dial back to 2019.
Oh, yes. When I said that in 2019, I said that Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt needs to link up. They need to. That's the group that I've been saying this. You're right. I've been saying this since 2019.
Yes.
That Bo needs to be with Bray.
Yes.
And Bray needs to be with Bo. In FCW, they were tag team champs. When NXT happened, they broke apart. You had Bo leave and you had the Bray Wyatt family. But I've been saying since 2019, they need to be together.
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying for weeks now that if Bray's coming back, Bo needs to be with him.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, as the Uncle Howdy character, which started talking more, popped out. I said last episode that I believe that Uncle Howdy is Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the internet wrestling community are some of the best detectives in the world. It's like the internet wrestling community, the FBI, CIA, James Bond, them people. The KGB,
hey, look, we short-sighted here. The WBI, the Wrestling Bureau of Investigations, has now put together something that proved to us that hashtag bang be knowing.
And it's all in the earrings, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. In the earring. They spotted an earring that Uncle Howdy had on, which is the same earring that Bo Dallas has been seen wearing on WWE television.
Yeah.
Which leads people to believe that Uncle Howdy is Bo Dallas. Now, what I also said watching the event, and I even mentioned it a tad bit in past episodes, because I mentioned like, yo, wait a minute. Is Barry Windham alive? Remember I said that. Like, is Barry Windham alive? You know, because really they're more Barry Windham than they are Mike Rotunda. They're more their uncle than they dad.
Yeah.
But the mask that Uncle Howdy has on looks like Barry Windham, who is what? Their uncle.
Yeah.
So we ain't getting the Blackjacks, ladies and gentlemen. We're not getting Blackjack Mulligan, and we're not getting Blackjack Lanza. We're not even getting JBL when he was a Blackjack. We getting some crazy white dudes who talk wild shit.
Yeah, they got the old Oz mask from Clash of the Champions.
That does look like the Oz mask.
Yeah, man.
What if they found? Because I told y'all Triple H want to be WCW so bad.
There you go.
He wants to rebuild WCW.
Windham and them was in WCW when that happened.
Goddamn Triple H. Triple H want to be WCW so bad. We're going to get Battle Bowl before it's all said and done in Triple H's career as leading creative. We're going to get Battle Bowl, baby. And we're going to get the Lethal Lottery. We already getting War Games. We're going to get the Thunderdome. Like, a part of the cage is going to be electric. We already got Spin the Wheel, Make a Deal.
Yeah, man.
And now we got the Oz Mask remixed as Barry Windham, as Uncle Howdy. Now,
yeah, man. Keith, Darren, what up?
Hey, yo, what up? Now, with that being said, Black Twitter as well. Like Black Twitter be tripping. It's sections in Black Twitter.
Yeah, it's tricky.
It's tricky. We don't even want to get into all that. With that being said, if this is indeed Bo Dallas as Uncle Howdy calling out his brother for being a liar, because if you clicked on if you got the QR code and you looked at it, it was just liar painted all over Bray Wyatt.
Oh,
yeah, it was like liar all painted around Bray Wyatt, him calling him a liar. And in the promo, he called him a liar. In fact, in the promo, Uncle Howdy said, "You are a liar. You say that you don't wear a mask, but we both know that isn't true. You'll never be able to hide from me. You're Uncle Howdy." With that being said, how do you feel about the possibility of Bo Dallas being this Uncle Howdy character? And what do you envision from this character with the name that you laughed at last week?
Yeah, yeah, because Uncle Howdy is still crazy. So, I am prepared to do somewhat of a 180 from when we first started this program over 5 years ago. Because there was a one time that I was like, man, Bo Dallas is the ugliest wrestler alive since the great Khali, and I don't like him. And this Bo Leave shit is getting on my nerves. I want to chop him in the throat.
Bo Leave.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But then you know what? I started turning the corner once they were taking it away and killing him on Raw because I was like, man, he figured it out, and Vince is kind of killing this shit. Like
B team.
I was like, this isn't fair.
Yeah, they figured that shit out with the B team, fam.
Yeah, and then so then boom, they kill the Bolieve. He comes back, does the B team with Curtis Axel, who is fresh off of Axelmania. Again, it worked. They killed it. But then they put him with the Miz, and then they do the B team. I was like, yo, okay. He's figured it out again. I'm just going to ignore that. He's just a weird-looking individual. He looks like one of the Garbage Pail Kids to me. But fuck all that. This kid is a genius because he keeps getting himself over no matter what they do. He took a Hanes shirt and a Sharpie and got over.
Yeah.
So he was one of the releases, or I'll say like tucks. I'll say because I don't think I ever seen an official release of Bo Dallas. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But he was one of the tucks that was actually disappointing. I was like, damn, I thought you were trying to get the draws at any level, meaning, pre-show, mid-carders, main eventers, like who's ever a real draw that can bring in, you want to keep them. And there's really never been a reason to not have Bo Dallas on TV if you look at his body of work.
Yeah, my man was in catering, just kicking it.
Yeah. So in that just one regard, I'm really happy this is happening for him. Because, hey, he's going to prove once again with another pivot, I'm about to make something happen. 2, I believe that we're going to get the most unique 2 brothers that don't need each other working together, but it won't be the classic story of brothers working together, right? Because whether it was Owen and Brett, it's Matt and Jeff, or it was like the whole brotherhood vibe of Triple H and Shawn, or Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. You got 2 guys that are literally going to play characters that are probably not even predicated on them actually being blood. We don't have to sell you on the fact that they're brothers. We've just got 2 great sports entertainers that happen to be related. And even if we start them out with conflict, this is going to work. And I think that's a very unique storyline that I don't believe we've seen yet from any period in wrestling ever.
And I agree to a point, right? And the point is not bad. Like, it's not disagreeing. It's elevating what you just said. Bo Dallas has so much to put in this character if the character is going in the way that I think is going to be going. Basically put, brother, you had all of the damn spots in the world, and you ain't never been able to capitalize on it because you've been tweaking and not embracing who you are. You've been lying to yourself. The Fiend, Husky, the Husk, all of these characters that you made is some shit that you was just making, but you're lying to yourself about what you truly are. You are a menace. You are a degenerate. You are nasty. You are mean. You're crazy. And I'm going to get that out of you. I see Bo Dallas's character as more being the leader of Bray than Bray being the leader of Uncle Howdy and all of these characters. Because then hearkening back to Bo Dallas, going back to Bolieve, the end of Bolieve, being a lackey, a B team member, having success, but being that it was taken away while your ass was given everything and not embracing who you are. This is now the time for both of them to embrace who the Wyndham Rotunda family actually is. And homework assignment, ladies and gentlemen, because this is when people say stuff about Barry Wyndham and just the Wyndham family of Rotunda, who used to be tag teams as well. That's how Mike got in the family. But then when you bring that down to, more importantly, Bray Wyatt, how he has had a great match. And I've said that it's not about matches for him. It's about moments, while everybody else is going to give you a great match. Go look at Barry Windham matches. Barry Windham is probably one of the greatest at ring psychology.
Oh, yeah.
Along with maximizing his talent. It's a shame why Barry Windham has never been a legit WCW or WWE world champion. And I know in WWE, you might be like, man, he came in as the Widowmaker and all of that stuff. But you look at some of the people like a Bret Hart or others who stayed with the Federation for long and then they finally got that shot. That's what Barry Windham should have been in WCW. Barry Windham should be a multiple-time world champion, but he only got the belt as the NWA champion that I think he beat the Great Muta for. Mm-hmm. And then he didn't want to be a transitional champion, and he lost that shit to Ric Flair. Mm-hmm. So Barry Windham might be the most underachieving compared to the talent that he had in the ring. Barry Windham might be the most underachieving wrestler that I've ever seen.
Okay.
And when you have Mike Rotunda, who had his run as IRS, or as Mike Rotunda in the Varsity Squad, or VK Wall Street, Michael Wall Street, all of those things, he's been a great hand. And I think he had the Intercontinental Championship for like a little bit as IRS. I know he's a former television champion, one of the greatest television champions of all time, ladies and gentlemen. But now you got two of their kids, nephew and kids, who now get the brass ring. What I'm saying is bringing that back to Bo. He has so much that he can harness in that goddamn character to be like, yo, we've been held down. I've been held down. You're crazy, but you've been held down, to make this character basically go roughshod over the whole entire WWE. Because even going back to 1984, you guys remember, just giving you guys a little bit of a history lesson, I Am a Real American is not Hulk Hogan's original theme song, ladies and gentlemen. It is Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda's. That's who had that theme song first.
Yeah.
And then Hulk Hogan got in, they was no longer with the company. It is so much that they could use as Windham Rotundas, like Cody Rhodes uses for the Rhodes family. It is so much that they could use for this character, man.
And speaking of that, and I was going to say also another thing that Barry Windham does not get credit for, because this is a member of the Rhodes family, the very quick and solid, great production and productivity of Dustin Rhodes, Barry Windham's first tag team partner, and part of Dustin Rhodes' first run before he officially became the Natural, and it intensified even there.
Oh, pause. You just hit the nail on the head. Sooner rather than later, because if they go Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen, the Rhodes and Windham family feud is going to happen again. I'm going to guarantee it.
Okay.
I'm going to guarantee it. If Roman Reigns is slated for The Rock at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes is going up against Bray Wyatt. The Hattonfields and the McCoys are wrestling at WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to throw it with everything that you just said. Because you're right. Dustin Rhodes learned under the learning. They've had their feud.
Yep.
They had their feud. Remember when I think it was Barry is the one who got his arm broke in the car door, which you mentioned that car door a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
When Larry the Crusher Shabisco closed his arm in the joint.
Yeah.
And Barry Windham ended up breaking up with Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes ended up tagging with Ricky Steamboat. Go watch that moment. I can't remember if it's the Clash of the Champions or what, but Barry Windham went in the locker room, beat the shit out of Dustin Rhodes and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Yo, Hatfield and McCoys for WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. The Rose and the Wyndhams, let's get it. And matter of fact, Dustin, if you want to stop bullshitting over there at AEW and come back to the WWE for one last run, let you and Cody go up against Bo and Bray. Let's get it.
It'll be hard.
The old wrestling in me, you just got me excited.
And to be honest, that turnabout being fair play, Dustin working with Bray Wyatt would be so great for his career. Just throwing it out there. Because the one thing that the Rhodes know how to do, sell the moment, sell the time, make the promo, right?
Got that emotion, fam.
The one thing that the Wyndhams and Rotundas know how to do is wrestle, but Barry Windham is the sweet spot of all of that. And I think Bo even has it better than Bray. And then but Dustin and Cody, well, Cody's actually in that sweet spot too as well, because Cody doesn't have bad matches. Some of his AEW promos were a little misguided, but the guy that's on point out of that whole generation is Bo Dallas. So working with Barry could do nothing but help all four of these gentlemen, or working with Dustin could do nothing but help all these gentlemen, because he's been around for all of it. Literally since like, what, 92?
Yeah.
That was his debut? Yeah, he's been around for everything.
I even have a way that they could go ahead and introduce this storyline. Oh, man, this is great, Cam. I like when a good plan goes together. Because here's how I would even put it together. We expect Cody Rhodes to be number 30 in the Royal Rumble. We expect that.
Yep, true.
So we do know that when the music happens and he comes out, we're going to be expecting Cody Rhodes to win. But he gets in the ring, he knocks a couple of people down, he throws a couple of people. Matter of fact, as you said, it's him, Jey Uso, let's say The Rock.
Okay. Okay.
Let's say The Rock and Seth Rollins. Right? Let's say it's those four. Because the crowd is going to be split if they see The Rock and Cody Rhodes in the same ring with each other.
Mm.
And I'm only saying The Rock because...
Seth.
No, not Rock. I'm only saying The Rock because people expect The Rock and Roman to go up against each other at WrestleMania.
Okay.
So your four would be Rock. Your final four would be Rock, Seth, Jay, Cody. So then when it gets down to your four, the lights goes off. Starts flickering, and everybody's looking around. The hell's going on? Hey, what? Michael Cole is, what in the hell's going on? And then the lights go off. And Cody Rhodes is beaten to a pulp already. And they drag him and they throw him across the top rope. And he's out. And everybody's confused. Rock is confused. Jay is confused. Seth is confused. And then Seth somehow gets Jay out, but The Rock throws his ass over, and we officially get the stamp of Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania. If, and it's only if, that's what they plan on going, because it's hard for me to see how they can have a Royal Rumble winner and they not wrestle at WrestleMania. So if the goal is Rock and Roman, you have to give Cody Rhodes something else. Have the Wyndham Rotunda family attack him and get him the hell up out of here, which leads to Bray Wyatt, Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania, Hatfields, McCoys.
I dig it. And I totally spaced on the fact that, yeah, you have to win the Royal Rumble. Nobody can just challenge for the title this year because Roman got all the belts.
Yeah.
I totally spaced on that. You're right. Yeah, The Rock has to enter the Royal Rumble if he's going to face him at WrestleMania. Damn.
Yeah, because I mean, this would have to be some great. I mean, the last Royal Rumble winner to not wrestle at WrestleMania for the World Championship is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because he won the Royal Rumble. And correct if I'm wrong or if it's a Mandela effect thing, but didn't Stone Cold Steve Austin win the Royal Rumble, but didn't wrestle for the championship? But then the next year he won it again, and then he wrestled Shawn Michaels?
Yeah, because that was the all of a sudden we got the instant replay rule. So because Gorilla Monsoon is the one that made sure he didn't get the match, right?
I think so.
It? Yeah,
because the Undertaker did the Undertaker. I can't remember. God damn it! But Stone Cold is the last person I believe to win a Royal Rumble and not wrestle for the World Championship.
Yeah, because the last four was Undertaker, Vader, Stone Cold, and Bret Hart.
Because the Undertaker won the Royal Rumble and he went up against Batista.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Stone Cold. Yeah, I think that is. If Dedrian up in here, because I know Dedrian be on his, find it and let me know why we doing this. But anyway,
he's like our Mike Tenay or something.
Right. He's our Mike Tenay. Man. But with that being said, I don't see a Royal Rumble where somebody wins and they don't wrestle for the title.
Mm-hmm.
So if Roman versus The Rock is where we're going for the championship, for the title, you have to do that. And you have to give us Cody Rhodes versus Bray Wyatt. I don't want to get Cody Rhodes versus Seth.
No, not again. I mean, the only thing they have left to do is do it for the world title, not the U.S. title.
Right.
Not the Raw Heavyweight Championship, but the world like the undisputed joint.
So we just gave y'all 2 matches for WrestleMania already. Rock versus Roman, Bray versus Cody.
Hey, and with all due respect, they should be night 1 and night 2. You dig? Like, if they do it right.
Well,
because Cody is a headliner by himself anyway.
Yeah, Bianca versus Charlotte is gonna be night 1.
Oh, that's what I forgot. I'll be forgetting about the women.
So we gave y'all 3.
And plus it's the world title, so yeah.
Yeah, we gave y'all 3 matches now. We gave y'all 3. You know what I'm saying, for WrestleMania. So go ahead and buy y'all tickets to LA because we've already did this shit for y'all. Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with this character going forward. But yeah, man, Bo Dallas, man, it's good to see you back in the WWE, my brother. All right, man. Nikki Cross. So speaking of returns, Nikki Cross is back. We're gonna get into that. But something that I believe you had mentioned before should happen. Is official now. Natalia was talking to Ronda Rousey and talking about, hey, if things would have went the way it should have, then you would be wrestling me up in that open challenge. And then Shayna Baszler came up behind him. Sit your ass down.
You know what I'm saying? Don't panic. Don't fight it.
Don't fight it.
Don't fight it.
Don't fight it. Don't fight it. And now it looks like we have Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey together. Is this something that should have been happened? Is this 2 women power trip? How do you see this?
Well,
is she the bodyguard?
No, you know what? I think this is I mean, hey, because look, there's only a true group of horsewomen that get along, right? so there's that, right? But no, Ronda and Shayna together, it makes sense because obviously Ronda Rousey is not short of star power, right? No matter how we feel about her as a sports entertainer, her star power is what it is. And she's getting more comfortable, obviously, in this role. I'm going to show her respect. I've kicked her back in enough. She's progressing on the promos. She's having real matches. They've ditched the Terminator 2 character for her. And it's getting interesting. Shayna Baszler, on the other hand, has always been who she was. She came in super dominant, had one of the worst losing streaks of all time. But hey, that's kind of what Vince did to everybody that Paul had set up in NXT. Look at Shinsuke, look at Asuka, Shayna Baszler. Like everybody that kicked everybody ass in NXT started getting their ass kicked by everybody when it came time to get to the main roster, even if they had big moments. It's like we forget Asuka and Shinsuke both won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you you almost forget that. No, I can't even say you do forget that Shayna Baszler was one of the most dominant NXT champions, period.
And then came to the main roster and beat everybody in the Elimination Chamber. I mean, everybody.
Man. And those are literal footnotes under Vince's watch. So now it's just time to restore the feeling. And I think as good and as dominant that they are, they do need each other, because I'll be honest, that promo was terrible. I don't know what happened even with Natty on that, but she kind of fumbled through that. And Shayna Baszler was just like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. Like, let me end this, because I've got the cleanest promo out of these three ladies right now.
And that's choking you, which leads me to another a hope. I won't throw out another prediction, but shouts out to Ross, because he was damn near there with my prediction. Why do you make this tag team, in a sense, if it doesn't lead to Sasha and Naomi?
Well, because there is no other real tag teams that we care about.
That's why 2-woman power trip only makes sense if Shayna was going after a mid-card belt, or if Shayna was going after the Raw Women's Championship, and that's clearly not the case. Which leads me go ahead.
We'll dig it. Even though we're talking tag teams and all that, I have a different angle. I do believe that Ronda Rousey is psychologically winning this match with Shayna Baszler. Remember how this all started? She got on her Steve Austin shit and was like, yo, you used to be a killer. Like, what is this lame bitch shit you doing, basically? And that made Shayna Baszler think like, damn, she fronting on me? and so she gets her belt back, and, you know, they happy for each other. They friends or whatever. But she was even saying like, yo, why is you hanging with these lame bitches? Yo, you supposed to be me. You supposed to be where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so a layer to Ronda's character should be like, hey, I know I can beat the rest of these girls, but I got to keep the girl that can probably beat me close to me as possible. I think that, honestly, because they're going to let this drag till, I'll say, WrestleMania, it wouldn't surprise me if the other match on night 2 of WrestleMania is Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Because they're going to get through this quarter. This is done. They got it. And then come Royal Rumble, you know, Shayna Baszler's going to expect that she's going to win the match. Oh, wait, no. That's what it is. Shayna Baszler's going to win the Royal Rumble for the women. And of course,
she gonna pick
Ronda's gonna be like, go get the Raw Women's Championship so we can be champs together and run the women's wrestling, period, not just SmackDown. And Ronda and Shayna Baszler gonna be like, well, you saying it like I can't beat you? And there we go. So, which then sets up Charlotte to come back whenever she fucking feels like it and be like, hey, black girl with the ponytail, I want your belt. And I'm going to do it at WrestleMania.
So I have a different match.
Okay.
Here. I don't go your route.
Okay.
But being that the championship technically is defended on Raw and SmackDown, they're going to keep them separated from that title for a little bit.
Okay.
But my prediction goes as follows. They're finally going to get to that point and it's going to be Io Shihari and Dakota Kai going up against Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. But then that third tag team is going to enter the fray after the Royal Rumble. And that third tag team is going to be Sasha Banks and Naomi. So at WrestleMania, because it tends to happen like this too, we are going to get another triple threat championship match for the WWE Women's Championship, Tag Team Championship. It's going to be Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Io Shihari and Dakota Kai. And the winner is the tag team champions.
So you are not in the mindset like wrestling Twitter is saying that Damage Control is not over and this ain't working. And you think they're gonna give them
in that wrestling community need shit, they sit their ass down. They over. They over. And they all on, that's why they are on advertisements in the front. That's why they kick off the show from time to time. They're
Sky and Kai.
The only thing is that one of your wrestlers don't talk a lot. But she will whoop your ass, fam.
I like it.
They are over. Man,
my Asian porn has increased in viewership since
AsianBeaver.com, ladies and gentlemen,
Sorry.
which is no longer around. Asian Beaver is no longer around.
Yeah, that's done. That's done, unfortunately.
Done. I was shocked. I was
shout out to
E. I was looking for Lily Ty episodes. That Lily Ty episode again. I was looking for that. I digress, though. I digress. Just look up Lily Ty, though. Look up Lily Ty. Lilyta.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Now, that being said, if you want to use an excuse if they're not over because they don't have any foil.
Yeah.
Who's the tag team that they're gonna wrestle?
Mm-hmm.
There is none. And then Alexa Bliss, she's hurt, disappeared. You know what I'm saying? And Bianca is now about to wrestle Nikki Cross, and Bayley is probably about to do the same too, since she whooped both of their ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So no, like Doudrop is nowhere to be found now. So this is all Nikki Cross.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that they're not over because they don't have anybody to go up against. And that's why, like, we're not gonna care that they're defending the championship or not. Just make sure Bayley's okay. But that's why them involved in the tag team match with whether you like it or not, the biggest known female wrestler in the world in Ronda Rousey and her homegirl. And then you have basically the two that have not seen the WWE ring in quite some time now making amends with the company. And now they're being involved in a tag team match to get the belts that they never lost in the first place. In a triple threat match at WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. Because I don't foresee, like, I know it's been rumors that Sasha and Naomi has agreed to come back to the WWE, and I know I've seen that, but I don't expect them to be back in the WWE in quite some time. I don't expect them to be back in the WWE until 2023, to be honest. Like, and I mean after the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, like Naomi got model vignettes now.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow. I was like, yo, who's this new black? Oh, that's Naomi. I was like, I know it's a new black supermodel out here, but no, it was Naomi.
Like, oh, okay.
But and shout out to them, though, because, man, talk about exit strategy. Like they've again, two women that have also figured it out. I mean, granted, we're wrestling fans. We want to see them wrestle. We want to see them being a part of the WWE or just the whole wrestling world. But man, for two black women, one being a dark-skinned black woman, because I know that's a thing. And a lot of these spaces for them to carve out what they're doing, and they look like they're eating well, and they've taken care of business, man.
Yes,
so you got to be happy for them, even if it's not with you. Shout to Mace.
Exactly. And speaking of Nikki Cross, she made her return and beat up Bailey and Bianca Belair, so I can expect a triple threat match to happen sometime down the line. Maybe at the Survivor Series. Or I don't know. Like it was weird seeing her beat up Bailey and Bianca. But this is crazy, Nikki Cross. This ain't Nikki ASH. The superhero shit is done. This is back to her being nuts. She's not Scottish nuts, and what I mean by that is, and pause on Scottish nuts too. But you know, when she was in NXT, she was part of Sanity. They was putting all of the Scottish shit out there. She was crazy. Nah, she came out there looking like a Karen, fam. She's like, somebody took my parking spot. I'm beating everybody ass. And since it's two people of color inside of the ring, I'm beating your ass.
It was almost like a Linda Blair transition, but it like stopped.
Right.
And
what are your thoughts on crazy Nikki being back?
Her outfit was a tad too normal for me.
She can.
Yeah, you know, I mean, hey, I liked it. It's just a little, it wouldn't, and okay, I'm gonna say this, even though Nikki Cross came first, we got too many little crazy white women in wrestling right now. We got way too many. It's too many. Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross is back to being crazy. I forget. It's somebody else that's
is
like
Sonya Deville crazy?
Well, not really.
Well, she's stern.
Right. See, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that white women ain't crazy. But how many would you want to deal with at one time in a week? Questions that need answers. So saying that, I just hope this goes into a more positive direction. Like at first I was like, oh, she should join Judgment Day. But I was like, nah, because then they really don't need Dominic. I'm built differently. Puss ass voice. So I do hope though that this works for Nikki, because Nikki Cross is the best crazy white woman wrestler. I will say that. She's the best crazy white woman wrestler. So that's why I wanted to work out for her. I just need to know where they're going to go with it.
I mean, you raised a good point. I didn't even think about that. See, again, you're winning again. I did not realize that we had technically 3 white crazy women on Raw. I did not realize that. I didn't. Too. All under 5'5" and they're crazy. So I did not realize that at all. Which, damn, like, where did this character go? Like, where does this character go if everybody is crazy on there? Because Liv. So yeah, you have Liv, you have Alexa Bliss, you have Nikki Cross now. I'll put Sonya Deville in the crazy box. She's or deranged. Charlotte can be a Karen.
Yeah, Karen Charlotte go crazy.
Yeah, Karen. That's what I say. You said that when it comes to her, Karen Charlotte goes crazy. The only white woman that ain't really crazy in a prominent spot is Mandy Rose.
There you go. And then they put her in NXT.
Yeah.
So Mandy Rose is like, look, crazy white bitches. If you stop being crazy, you could reach success. Work out. Eat right. Work on your glutes, bitch. Maybe you could be like me.
Hey, woman, need me more. So that's interesting. What does this leave Doudrop though? Like, what happens?
Man, hey, you know, that's a really good question. You know, and again, I'm not body positivity, guys. Body positivity.
Yeah.
But we're out of the era where women that look like Doudrop work. If she and to show y'all that I'm not bugging, if she looked like Nia Jax, there'd be no problem. Cause like, nah. I'm so and I mean that because I'm not worried about being canceled. We need the attention. Look, Dewdrop looks like the white girl that even white boys don't fuck.
Damn.
They're like, oh my God, she's nasty, bro. You like fucking Dewdrop? Like that's what they say. And not that the appearance is everything, because she's a pretty decent work, but remember, she was also, well, we assume allegedly she was the one that was hurting everybody, right? That's what they were saying. So when you're not selling the TV time physically, and then you're hurting the other girls physically, and then like what's left for you to do? They got rid of all the girls that's hurting people. If you haven't noticed, if I haven't noticed what 2021 and early 2022 was about, they got rid of every girl that said that they hurt somebody, or that they are hurting people.
You out at the Drew Chop spot, though.
Sorry. But we're not going to keep it real today.
Hey, you've been keeping it extraordinarily real today.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what you do with Dewdrop, man. I guess you got to, I think Dewdrop was supposed to be Nia Jax. I don't know. And I think that if you let Dewdrop talk, Camp is not going to like her because of racist issues.
No. Because Nikki Cross? No, can't use it.
Because no. Because you can
Cross
only have
sounds
one.
like the British Bulldog, and I still show her love.
But you can only keep one, and you'd rather keep Nikki Cross than Dewdrop.
And so would you. So how am I wrong? Hey, everybody watching right now, who would you keep? Nikki Cross or Dewdrop?
Hey, remember in the group for like 6 months, everybody was like, yo, Nikki Cross got a fat ass. And we was like, nah, that's just how stuff's sitting, fam. It's just how pants are. It's not, well, you didn't see the ass when she ran into what everybody asked that night. So just want to throw that out there.
Hey, look. Hey, thank you. Shout out to Delvin for keeping it the G. But yeah, hey, look. And the thing is here, look, y'all. I'm not saying that Dewdrop is worthless or useless or she can't improve. She can. But, hey, look. Vince, hey, she ain't on TV. Look, Vince did it. Shit, fuck you talking to me for? Vince did it. Shit, because he signed Bull Nakano back in the day. Look how that worked. It's just real simple. It's just real simple, man. This is a different league of professional wrestling right now. And even the women have to look a certain way, like the men have to look a certain way. Like Kevin Owens keep his shirt on for probably a couple reasons. It's just like you're not getting over being out of shape, overweight. Hey, look, you can have all the talent in the world, but they want you to look the part more than ever now. You can be on the Today Show. You
so basically, you're telling me.
You could be on Fallon. You could be on Kimmel. Like, you could be anywhere. Hey, wrestlers are doing $1 billion movies now. So you can come as you are if you want.
So basically, what you're telling me is that the same dude who was telling chicks to show their tits as DX is going to employ the same chicks now that he's in control.
Emma's back. Help me out. You know what you dig what I'm saying? You're like, yo, Emma's back. Fuck is y'all talking about? Yo. Yeah. They signed a whole new contract for somebody else.
Hey man,
and she got a title shot her first night back.
Hey man, Madcap he gonna petition for his baby. Like everybody else in with theirs. How come I can't be in with mine? Hey, she gotta sign her. Hey, speaking of returns, so yeah, you said you mentioned that Emma's back. She said she was gone for 5 years. Or it was the 5th year anniversary of her being released, and she was back. So shouts out to her. I know she had some health issues and some things too, but shouts out to her being back. One of the pillars of the women's evolution, that match with her and Paige, really set the tone and set the bar in women's wrestling in WWE and helped move the needle a bit. Also, there's a report that, and I know anytime we saw her wrestle in the WWE, she got hurt. But it would also relate to what you just said, because there are reports that Chelsea Green will be making her return to the WWE.
Hey, look, man. It's a cold game out here, bro. It's a cold game. So look, just to be clear, we ain't seen Dewdrop, but Emma and Chelsea Green back. Hey, sorry. Yeah, hey, look, y'all know what this is. Hey, look, there's different types of isms and antis. And like, it ain't just all about black people. We ain't in the black person bag yet. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, NXT Europe, yeah, she'll be more appreciated there in NXT Europe. Because she one of them.
Hey, you want the question I have for you, because I know if there's anything that you might not necessarily watch daily, but you pay attention to, is NWA. And even since he's left the WWE again, Matt Cardona, not Zack Ryder, real name Matt Cardona, been killing it.
Yeah, man.
And I know they had asked him once before if he would entertain going back to the WWE. It's like, look, if Hunter calls, I got to pick up, fam.
Okay.
But and they're married. Do you bring back both? And if you bring back Matt Cardona, well, Zack Ryder, do you bring him back as Zack, or you let him rock how he's been rocking since he's left as Matt Cardona?
No, Cardona got to rock out now, because Cardona's way bigger than Zack Ryder. Now, look, Zack Ryder was the master sports entertainer for a minute, but that wave is gone now. That wave has transitioned to Matt Riddle. You know what I'm saying? So he can't be the 03 D-bag anymore. He got to get with the stoner with D-bag potential. That's what Matt Riddle is. So honestly, the Zack Ryder character is just out of date right now.
Right.
Some retro things are just not going to make it in this era. And so yeah, Matt Cardona is definitely the person that has to come to the WWE, if it's even worth it for him. I'll be honest, I don't know. I mean, obviously paydays are paydays, so I'm never going to tell him to not take his payday. Right. But I don't know, man. The way that him and Trev and all this and and some of those guys they eating good. Sometimes it's okay to be the sea bass in the tub. You dig?
Yeah, well, we're gonna see, man. But I like Chelsea Green. She's great on the eyes.
Yeah. So sign her. You signed her before Dewdrop, right there, JR Bang.
So Crown Jewel is coming up, and we got to do our predictions.
You right.
We got to do our predictions, man.
I picked Chelsea too.
We got to do our predictions, man. The fourth Crown Jewel, but the fifth Saudi Arabia pay-per-view, aka what we like to call Saudi Arabia. I mean, Saudi Mania 5 is coming up next Saturday. Saudi Arabia. I'm just messing all this shit up. But y'all get what I'm saying. I'm still messed up with the Chelsea Green comment, the dewdrop. So I'm trying to,
Hey man.
but
Call Jack Tunney.
But as we always do, man, we gonna do our predictions for the pay-per-view or the premium live event next week. And we'll see once Saturday rolls around if we've won or not, because of course we record on Sunday. So let's start with the newest match added. The Usos versus the Brawling Brutes for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. Who wins?
Man. I'm going to go with the Usos, but I may be on the fence because of my guarantee for this week.
Uh-oh.
But right now, we'll stick with the Usos winning the match. But I'm going to tell y'all my guarantee. I just don't know what's next, but my guarantee has something to do with possibly this exact match.
All right. Well, I'm going to stick with the Usos here. I don't think nobody's taking that belt away from them unless it's Sami Zayn and a partner to be named later. Let's go to the OC, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson versus the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley in their corner, who slammed Luke Gallows, and Luke Gallows said, "Hey, I got something for her." So one, who wins this match, and two, what woman, if it's a woman, he has for Rhea Ripley? I don't know who might be out there.
Judgment Day is going to win this because Rhea Ripley just established that she can whip every man's ass in the match on Monday Night Raw. So I love Rhea Ripley, by the way.
I think we all do. And I am picking Judgment Day as well on here. I don't even know of a woman that they could put up in there. There's nobody in NXT that I can think. They're not about to turn Mandy Rose face, fam.
She slammed the 6'9" man, dog. It don't matter who they bring.
Yeah, it don't even matter anymore. So
they need to call Snitsky so he can punt her like he did the baby on Raw that day.
This nigga wild today. Hey, man. Hey, let's go to Braun Strowman versus Omos in the singles match. It's not even about who wins. Will this be the worst match in WWE history?
No. Every match with the Great Khali is tied for that. So no. Nah. Now. And then a couple of the Giant Gonzalez matches off of just the Alfred alone. Those are second. Those are the runner-up. So no, this won't be the worst ever. Luke gonna bring out Dewdrop. Hey, that might be his best bet. Hey, we found there's some work. Saudi Mania 5. Let's go.
Hey man, it's gonna be the worst match, fam. I have no faith in this match right here.
I mean, it'll be the worst match of the night.
Man, one of the worst matches I ever seen was Braun Strowman versus Tyson Fury, fam.
Yeah, but look what you said, though.
I know this is on that potential, fam. I'm gonna say we're gonna witness a top 5 terrible match.
I don't know, man. Punjabi Prison, SmackDown.
Yeah.
With up next, the Great Khali. I don't know.
Because at least we could fake be entertained by the belt being on the line. This is a grudge match.
That's true.
With a tall black dude who's now towering over Braun Strowman. This is Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez vibes.
Without the evolution outfit,
because that would be racist if Omos came down there with the furry jumpsuit.
Yeah. I'm writing a letter if that happens.
Yeah, Braun Strowman and Omos has Undertaker. It has Undertaker Giant Gonzalez vibes. Yes. And I'm glad that y'all are watching and listening to us instead of watching Broncos Jaguars. Let's move on. Oh, go ahead.
But no, I am picking Braun Strowman.
Okay, you picking somebody. All right.
Yeah. I'm picking Braun Strowman because
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, hey, I totally get it. Picking Braun Strowman because since AJ left, they haven't used Omos correctly yet. So there's that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we go Braun Strowman here. He's gonna power slam him.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, look, man, I don't. Okay, I have a theory about Omos now. I think as black folks, we were swayed because he's black.
Absolutely.
This is nothing against you, Omos.
Mm-hmm.
This is the white machine. Because it was the Undertaker who sent us clean off and said that he gives us Andre the Giant vibes. Who's the Undertaker close to? Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Since Triple H has been in control, we ain't been seeing a lot of Omos unless he's beating like jobbers in 4-1 matches.
Yeah.
But that's because he got to use them.
But hey, but look.
And give Braun Strowman a foil.
But we can't be short-sighted here, Bang, because ain't that what Andre the Giant did for a minute?
Yeah, but that's when Andre the Giant was older and like he was on the decline. This version of Omos should be drop kicking people and like stumping people off the top rope like Andre the Giant was.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Listen,
you go look at Andre the Giant in 1975. Like Andre the Giant, was very athletic.
Yeah,
you see Andre the Giant in 1987. You like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Right. No, you raise a great point. I think you know what? It's just 2022, and being 7 foot don't really work like it used to.
So, question on that. I have a question then. Mm-hmm. Before we move on, I think I didn't think about this until you said it. Are we now done with the 7 foot giants? Like, are we done with that?
I mean, we kind of have to be. I mean, shit, Kevin Durant is shooting from 35 feet away. You know what I mean? Like, fucking. There's I mean, Big Show has done a drop kick, got slapped by a woman, and cried 3 different times on TV. It's like, you like, really, all you need is a step ladder, and everybody over 7 feet, pussy, as far as wrestling has been concerned the last 12 to 13 years.
I heard Bully Ray say something about AEW, saying that AEW is not a big man company. And when you said that, it just made me think, well, shit, other than Braun Strowman, unless we counting Roman Reigns at 6'5" as a big man, this ain't a big man company no more either.
Right. Because literally the billing should just be Omos versus whoever, because he's 1.5 foot taller than everybody. He should beat like Kevin Owens. He should beat Riddle. He should get 5-0 goals wrestling the fuck out of here. Then Tommaso Ciampa and everybody else. And like, he could easily be 12-1 losing to Braun Strowman, but they don't even put him in the regular exhibition matches that look winnable to the eye.
Yeah, I'm just gonna flat out say it. I think the big man era in wrestling is done. I don't even consider, like, what's crazy is even though he is a big man, I don't consider Hulk Hogan a big man at 6'8", 303.
Right.
Like, even though he was much bigger than Macho Man when you saw them face to face, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't never think like watch WrestleMania 5, and you don't even feel like the Macho Man is that smaller than Hulk Hogan.
Right. Facts.
And that's why when I hear 6'8", 303, I don't connect big man, right? When I hear big man, I think Wardlow, whatever buddy ass name is. I think Walter now.
Yeah.
I think wrestlers like that. I think Sheamus. I think Roman Reigns. I don't think 7'3", 400 pounds, because back in our day, that was threatening. The Undertaker being 6'10", Kane being 6'9", 6'10", they were threatening. Like, I see big man getting beat up by smaller wrestlers. The big man is dead in wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. And this match with two of the biggest men in the WWE not only don't make me think differently, this is partly why I believe it's going to be one of the worst matches that we've ever seen, because Braun Strowman works best with people smaller than him.
You raise a great point.
Best with people like that. I would rather, if we don't get a big man, Otis is your big man like Vader, like we've talked about. We're not even getting that. He's your Vader of this generation as far as size and everything. Vader scared me, fam. The Undertaker scared me. Kane scared me. There's not been no time in his career where I looked at Paul White and was like, oh shit, I'm scared. Mark Henry scared me. There's not one point I looked at Braun Strowman and was like, oh no, he about to fuck somebody up. Even though he took picked up vans and shit. Like, but in the ring, fam, he got shit thrown at him. He got bitched in the ring. So no, Kevin Owens is a big man to me, fam. Yeah, like if you stiff, you power bombing the shit out of people, you clotheslining folks. Damian Priest is a big man to me. So yeah, this match gonna be tough, fam. I'm sorry.
I mean, hey, look, you know what? Again, I'm not expecting the masterpiece here, but I just want to remind y'all, and I want you to never forget that one night on SmackDown, the great Khali faced Hornswoggle.
Moving on. Hey man, one of the best big men in the WWE, Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in a steel cage. Who you got?
For the sake of his momentum, Karrion Kross has to win this match. For the sake of his momentum, because if Drew McIntyre beats him and Drew McIntyre's already Drew McIntyre, where does that leave Karrion Kross? So I'm picking Karrion Kross.
They should be a tag team.
I'm not mad at that either.
They look like two cousins wrestling each other, fam. They should be a tag team. But no, I'm with you. Karrion Kross has to win this because without this win, he has shit. Drew McIntyre, even though he beat Drew McIntyre the last go around, he didn't do it cleanly. Drew McIntyre does not need to win this match to still be Drew McIntyre. Karrion Kross has to win this match. Bianca Belair versus Bayley in a last woman standing match for the Raw Women's Championship. Who's gonna win this fully clothed match?
Bayley.
Oh,
Bayley's winning this match, man. Last woman standing. I'm not even trying to be so predictable. We know how this goes. And I'm not even necessarily saying that Damage Control is totally how she's going to win the match. That's the only way. But Bayley needs a title to help. Bayley needs the title in some respects to truly prove the litmus test on if Damage Control really over or not.
Right.
You said that the Sky Kai or Kai Sky, whichever one you want to call them, that they don't have a foe. So, they kind of just with the belts. But Bayley, as the leader, needs a belt. And then that's when this really gets going. So from there, and I mean, hey, we know how great Bianca Belair is in the chase, and Bayley is still Bayley. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Bayley in Saudi Mania 5. Why not?
I hate when we agree.
Oh, shit. Let's go.
Part of me does not want to agree. The same reason why everybody was thinking Roman Reigns was going to lose against Drew McIntyre in England. But when you start counting down how many days that Bianca Belair has been champion, And Bayley is popular with the fans overseas just as much as Bianca Belair.
Absolutely.
Bianca Belair could lose in this last woman standing match with the help of damage control. And it controls the damage because people like Bayley too. So against my better judgment, I am going to pick Bayley, and she's going to win the Raw Women's Championship match in Saudi Arabia. Also, because one of these belts, I think, has to change hands.
Yeah.
And going to our next match, Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. Paul Heyman tried to, be like, hey, man, I know one of his homies, fam, and he be knocking folks out. So you got to be careful about that overhand right, fam. Yeah, it don't matter, man. Roman Reigns win this match. No, but yeah.
I got a no contest. I got a no contest, or no contest / Logan Paul wins by disqualification. Because honestly, with the vignette, I think what's gonna happen is Logan Paul knocks out Roman Reigns, and the Usos is just like, nah. The Bloodline's just like, nah. We not doing this though. Fuck it, we'll just throw the match. So because the thing is, Logan Paul's gonna get his ass whooped on SmackDown. That's why I'm saying it's no contest. I think they running it right back in America on SmackDown, and that's where Roman Reigns beat his ass.
Okay. Interesting, which leads me to the main event.
Yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling this match the main event. I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't care what none of y'all think. The main event, Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Two big meaty men bumping meat in Saudi Arabia. Last time we was in Saudi Arabia, Goldberg beat the shit out of Bobby. Is he getting his ass beat again in Saudi Arabia?
I'm picking Bobby, man, for everything that we've been talking about the last month here on the First Black Champ podcast. This is the uncrowned world champion match. And Bobby Lashley is the uncrowned WWE champion. So, with that said, he's got to beat the guy who injured him. And that is Brock Lesnar. For the first time in our lives, we will see a black man lay the fucking boots to old country boy Brock Lesnar. And I can't wait.
Yeah, man, we not going to do this First Black Champ shit and not say Bobby Lashley is going to lose to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, man.
We did that already, man, and we were shocked and surprised, and we're not going to do it again. Hey, man, the Almighty is going to Saudi Arabia, and he's going on a missionary trip, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to recruit new members. We're going to see the 5 out all in Saudi Arabia, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see that black and cold all in Saudi Arabia, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to see the Almighty, all right? We're going to see that traveling man himself, Bobby Lashley. You're going to see that traveling man himself, Bobby Lashley, travel all the way to Saudi Arabia. And he is going to defeat Brock Lesnar, setting up Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley at Survivor Series. That's my guarantee, ladies and gentlemen, because we're not getting Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns again. Yeah. So we got to set him up with somebody. Yeah. Set him up with Bobby Lashley, fam. Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns, Survivor Series, WWE Universal World Heavyweight Championship starts next Saturday when that traveling man himself defeats Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, look, and we forgot, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even though I would like to see the Bloodline in full action, I do expect Roman Reigns to face somebody at the Survivor Series just one-on-one. Why not let the first time be Bobby Lashley? Allow the first champion versus champion that was not title for title. Shawn Michaels facing Bret Hart at Survivor Series. I believe it was 1993, 92 or 93. That can carry that same vibe, even though, because both belts will be in the match. It's just that one person is holding both of them. So I would like to see that. I would like to see that as well. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, man. And a couple of questions before we get out of here, since we both did our guarantees.
Well, I have not.
Oh, you didn't do it yet. You didn't do it. So let's ask these questions for the guarantees.
Yeah.
One of the questions from Girl Dad Dividend Investor. Given that Liv Morgan is in a relationship with Bo Dallas, do they involve her in the mix as the auntie?
Maybe. Because honestly, her character is making sense by herself, which was the one thing she always needed.
Okay, what about Hurt Business return? Do you think all of this leads to a Hurt Business return? Do we need a Hurt Business return at this point now? What you got?
If the Hurt Business is back together in the original form with Omos, yes. It becomes more interesting. But now they're behind the 8 ball. Now, like, they gotta whoop at least Judgment Day ass to be like, okay, it's us. We still them. We love the Hurt Business in real time when they was the only thing rocking, but now putting them together after Bobby Lashley beat all they ass by himself, by the way. We can't forget that either. Bobby Lashley literally beat the entire Hurt Business ass and they teamed up and he still whooped their ass. So they got to make it make sense, but I'm always for a black faction coming together and wrecking shop, though, for sure.
I'm with a black faction, but not now. Because, I mean, I can't say what I've been saying for the last couple of weeks and then go back on it, you know what I'm saying, just because it's black folks. I'm not going to do that. It's too many. We don't need too many factions, man.
Yeah.
But right now we got Judgment Day on Raw. We got the Bloodline on SmackDown. They don't interact with each other or anything like that. Don't need a Hurt Business faction right now.
And then there's also other factions that are like not as big, but they exist. Like Hit Row is a faction. LDF is a faction.
Yep.
OC is a faction. Fucking what's the ones? Damn, I'm drawing the blank. There's Damage Control is a faction.
But at the same time, as I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, Triple H loves him some WCW fans. So there's room for factions in WCW, fam. You can have the Four Horsemen, the NWO, the Latin World Order, the Wolf Pack, NWO Hollywood. I said the Flock Radicals already. The Radicals.
Oh wait, no, the Radicals did. The Flock was the WCW. I'm sorry.
No, the Radicals they did have a version of the Radicals in WCW.
True.
It was with Shane Douglas, however, and not Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
So they was factioned up over there, fam. So Triple H loves him some WCW. So you never know. All right, man. So what's that guarantee, G?
All right. So my guarantee is Xavier Woods is going to make sure that the New Day or anybody beats the Usos for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. At the New Day winning a match in 5 months was all I needed. And also with the promos that Xavier Woods has been cutting, the way I look at it is either the New Day either have to beat the New Day to get the streak, or Xavier Woods specifically is just going to make sure anybody beats them to keep the streak. Because at this point, he talking like he don't care about the belts at all. He care about his legacy. And his legacy is making sure that the New Day is the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions ever. And I wouldn't be surprised that on a spot date, Big E helps that become a reality.
Ooh.
That's what I got. That's my guarantee this week.
So basically, man, Big E helps the New Day become the tag team champions over the Usos. Where does that fit Sami Zayn? That could be the catalyst. Look how we full circle this shit.
Because let's also let nothing distract us for the fact that the other match Big E wanted was Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. That's what he wanted. He's also another guy that says, hey, you holding my belt, fam. What's up? All the black people want to beat want to beat Roman Reigns for their belt back. I love it. What a time.
Hey, man, all of the black folks and the people of color are out here getting it.
Yeah.
Hey, man. So, hey, this has been a good show, man. You was in your bag today. You just want to say you was in your bag today, fam.
Put my shit on.
Yeah, put your shit on, man, because you might have to go through and select the shorts, the reels for this week, man. You might, because there's a couple of them that are all Camp from the Port specific. I don't think I got shit this week, fam.
Hey, we're working out. I know we got something there. Hey, look, the most important thing is that, man, y'all hearing this all on the First Black Champ podcast, aka the FBC pod. And as long as I'm rocking, we rocking, and that's all that fucking matters. All right.
You know what I'm
saying? Hey, and you know what though? Sincerely though, man, thank y'all for every week tuning in. The live audience is getting bigger. The questions are getting greater. You know what I'm saying? Because we always had great conversation.
Pass that word, man. Pass that word to the homies and all your, all your homies in the IWC, whoever watch wrestling, all that shit, man. Pass that word.
No, absolutely, man. So, the again, likes, comments, shares, questions, articles, links, sends. Whenever the WBI has new investigations and y'all tag us and let us know, we appreciate that, man. That's how we keep the content fresh. That's how we keep everything moving. And we talk about wrestling the way we want to, but the way y'all want to hear it as well. So never stop doing that. Obviously, Bang and I can and have done this show without none of y'all being around. But trust me when I tell y'all, it's that much better with all of you involved in it, man. So thank you sincerely. And as always, if you ever want to talk about wrestling in an unconventional way, you do so by checking out the First Black Champ podcast. Champ, bang, we are out. Still fuck Johnny Wrestling.
Hey, man, fuck Baron Corbin too. And this whole goddamn shit.
yeah.
But we're gonna give it one more
week. With this.
But we're gonna give it one more week. Fuck him.
But damn fucking Fivel had way too many segments last week. Fuck him.